Bioshock and the Resident Evil series are like my favorites. My favorites. My favorites. Classically deceived because they would be like, you need to take this drug before surgery is not an option. Narrative surgery was indeed an option. I like how there's a narrator. This is my favorite part. Holly, thank you so much for that follow. Are you also a cross stitcher as well? I mean, I sew. I'm just this is my lazy streaming. This is lazy streaming right now. The pressure. You're not wrong. I have not played Infinite. It's next on my list. Yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Bioshock Infinite is like amazing. I think the whole Bioshock series is incredible. My favorite one, surprisingly, number 2. I feel like it takes everything that was good about number 1 and then kind of improves on like the gameplay, just everything. I really like the pacing in it. So, you know, it's like I'm a heathen for saying that I prefer it the most, but it's just so good. It's just so good. I could definitely play it over and over again, like until I get nauseous. Makawaka, how's it going? How are you doing today? I absolutely love Bioshock 1 and Infinite. I really like the gameplay of 2, just not the story. I don't even remember the story, but I do like I do think about the gameplay a lot, and I'm just like, oh, this is just so amazing. So amazing. That is a bold statement. I love it. I love it that much. You're a cross-stitcher? That's awesome. I'm currently working on a cross-stitch by Stitchrovia. She is my favorite cross-stitch designer, so pretty much everything that I cross-stitch is from her. She's so, I mean, look at this. This is like peak design right here, basically. I find Bioshock too hard and too spooky. Do you actually find it scary? I think I used to find it a little bit spooky, but I think I've become desensitized to spooky stuff. Like, especially after watching Alex playing Outlast. One of my favorite things to do with Alex is as like a couple activity is watching him play scary video games. I love it so much. It's like it's one of my favorite fucking things to do. He doesn't do it very often because he's not really into scary games, unfortunately, but I'm just, oh, I love it. The bees are grossly overpowered in 2. They so are. The bees are my favorite weapon. The bees are my favorite weapon. Just giving a general medical philosophy right now. The sentence stood out in the introduction. Deception is frequently but not always inconsistent with obtaining valid consent for research. Oh. Please don't. Oh no, I'm not bored. I'm not bored at all. It's all good. Gonna lurk a bit. No worries. Please wind down from your stream. I know from experience how fucking exhausting stream is. So if you need to like wind down, chill, nap, go to bed maybe, like feel free. I really, really appreciate the raid and the gift sub. You are a wonderful being, and I'm happy that Kitty introduced you. Oh, I'm easily scared, especially in gaming. Yeah, that's why I like watching Alex doing it. It's only midnight. Midnight, very late. I was up midnight yesterday, like crying, and I was like so upset that I couldn't go to sleep. You know, it was like I was having like a stressy night. Having a very stressy night, and I didn't go to bed until like 1 a.m. I was just so upset. So, oh, I had to take a Valium. You know what that's like? You know what that's like when you have to like take hard drugs in order to fall asleep? Is there anything harder than Valium that I could possibly take? Because I feel like 1 Valium just isn't doing it for me anymore. Gotta take like 10 Valium. Just casually asking y'all for like drug recommendations. To be fair, Bioshock 1 did have a couple of jump scares. Oh, 100%. 100%, yeah. The big sisters are creepy. I can see how that would be too much. Yeah. The big sisters are really intimidating, for sure. For sure. It's very, like, that music comes on and you're like, oh my god, shit's about to happen. Shit's about to happen. I know what this is like. Yeah. I will say before, I liked the Barilla C DLC. It was probably my favorite part of the game. I've played that. I thought it was okay. It was very like reminiscent of like vintage Bioshock, which was kind of nice. It was kind of nice. I still favor number 2. Yeah, be fair. Just weed, no benzos. I don't like weed. I think that's my downfall. I'm just genuinely not very interested in weed. Just not a weed person. I don't know, and I don't even know where to get weed. I feel like it'd be easier for me to get cocaine than weed, but I don't know. I'm not a drug user. I don't know anything about anything, guys. I don't know anything about anything. What do I know about life? Alright. Doing like a little black dot for the eye. Oh, I should have done it on that one. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. It's looking good. It's looking very nice. I'm pretty pleased with it. Pretty pleased. You can just cast bees 3 times and wait for them to get there and murder the hell out of it. Honestly, my favorite part. Honestly, my favorite. I fucking... Bees, incredible. Jesus. That was just my favorite part of the game. You just hide somewhere and then cast bees and then they can't shoot you, nothing. They're just too distracted with bees. And it's just, oh, it's amazing. You don't even need any other powers, just fucking bees. Power in plants, yo, but I get it. Yeah, oh man, I just wish I wasn't so neurotic. God. Clonazepam for anxiety and also cyclobenzaprine for muscle spasms. Both have a risk of dependency. There are newer drugs mentioned in trying specifically called orexin receptor antagonists. If you have sleep issues, I'd suggest asking a doctor. Yeah, I could do that. They suggested some sort of like antidepressant sleep aid. And I've had such a bad history with antidepressants. I don't know what it is, you know. There's like part of me in my brain that's just kind of like, well, you're obviously a fraud. If antidepressants aren't working for you, you're obviously not depressed. And stop wasting other people's time trying to cure this thing that, you know, that you don't have and whatnot. But I get horrible side effects from antidepressants. I get absolutely dreadful side effects from antidepressants, so I've just kind of given up on them, honestly. I'm completely drug-free right now. I mean, I probably still have some Valium in my system from last night, but that doesn't count. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Calla, valerian, passion flower, hops are all good for chilling out. Passion flower. Like passion fruit flower? Like that? Just an Alex to get it. Remember the yawning? Do you guys remember the yawning? Oh my god. The yawning was horrible. That was like... I don't know what was worse. That one drug that I took, and there was a 3% chance of getting like tinnitus, and I got it. 3%. Or that one drug that when I took, I yawned every 30 seconds, which sounds funny until you're about like, I don't know, 3 hours into yawning, and you can't stop yourself, and your jaw is starting to hurt, and you feel like if you yawn one more time, you're gonna just rip your whole face open. It's just the worst thing ever. Trazodone. That's what they suggested, yeah. Passiflora incarnata. I don't even know what that is. Y'all are so knowledgeable about this shit. Y'all are knowledgeable little druggies. Yes, you are. Really though. Yeah. So as I said, I'm just a little bit over medications and stuff like that at the moment. I'm going for a detox. Detoxes aren't real, but I'm just trying my best with what I've got. I'm trying my best with what I got. I need to continue reading my psychology books because unfortunately I'll read a psychology book and then I'll be good for a little while and then I'll forget all the lessons from the book and it's like a vicious cycle. Terrible. Terrible. That'd be freaking awful. Yawning and driving is a terribad combo. Absolutely. I was on trazodone for years, kept upping the dosage till I was at 300 milligrams. Oof, that's a lot. Discontinued by the psychiatrist. I would too. Let me just get a drink and I'll read the rest of what chat said. Orexin receptor antagonist auras. Sound like they could be game-changing sleep issues, no dependency, no risk of abuse, because no significant fun side effects, no significant bad effects. Ooh, it's often expensive, but that might be a USA problem. I could have a look. If you could just post the name of that drug, Ariella, in the Discord, I'll check it out after stream. I can't do it now for obvious reasons. was horrible. Yeah. I actually got a referral to a sleep doctor to see about orosoflexes. Even getting all happy to keep chat updated. Ooh, I'd be into that. Alex, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that sub. So good to see you. This sounds wrong. How has it been only 17 months? You're not part of the OG crew? Seriously? For real? It's only been 17 months? That's wrong. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Welcome in. You're here fucking late. You're here very late. Twig! Twig! Continuing the gift sub. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Well, if that just doesn't help me with my my little sub goal for the day, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Absolutely ridiculous. The next door neighbor's got a what's it called again? A dog, a new puppy, and they're walking it, but it's kind of like it's completely out of control. And the reason why they didn't walk their previous dog is because their previous dog was out of control and they couldn't think of anything to help it, like a friggin' face harness or like clipping the leash to the front of the harness. They just didn't walk it. So now they've got a new puppy. Like, why get a puppy if you don't want to walk the dog? Sorry. Completely irrelevant. That was just a random rant for you guys. You're welcome. Thank you so much for the subs. Thank you. I appreciate it. The sub goals are important, my dude. They're my baseline, man. They are my baseline. I'm in a sketch hotel with my parents. What? What? Have you just watched someone getting murdered or something like that? What makes it sketchy? We need more information. Need more information. What channel for drug info? I see drug channel. Imagine if we had to break it down like that granularly for everything. I'll just put it in live chat. That's like, live chat is what we basically post in if we're talking about something during stream. So then I just check live chat usually at the end of stream, and then I see all the things that I've missed about like how people have been like posting links and continuing comments and stuff from the actual, yeah, anyway, that's fine. That's fine. I will find it if it's there. Thank you. Very interesting people hanging out front. Would they have drugs? Could you ask for drugs? Just go up to them and be like, hello, dear sirs. Would you... I'm assuming it's a sir. Sorry, men, for assuming. When they're sketchy, they're always men, though. Let's be fair. Dear sirs, do you happenstance to have any drugs on you? Any of the good shit, as one would say. As one would say, is there any of the good shit? There's a guy sweeping the water in the parking lot in the middle of a rainstorm. I mean, that's not that sus. That's not that sus. You're just being judgy. You're just being judgy. That's not even that sus. I don't think that's that sus. Probably ladies of the night out there. Twig says bless you, Alex. He says thanks. Best not these days unless you die of fentanyl. Oh my god. Fentanyl. Yeah, he's just trying to help, man. Why are you harshing his vibe, Alex? Why are you harshing his vibe? Grizzled long-haired old dude who stared down at us as he came back from getting subs. Yeah, look, I have to admit I did have a little bit of a freak out when I dropped Alex off at like a Hungry Jack's. This is like the equivalent of like a Burger King. It's like literally Australia's Burger King. I dropped him off at a Burger King like to go on a climbing trip because his buddy was going to pick him up. And his buddy was like freaking 2 hours late or something like that. And I stayed with him because I was so worried about like sketchy people hanging out. This was like in like the sketchy part of the city. And there was just so many fucking sketchy people. And somebody like with a neck tattoo and a shaven head like walked past the car. And I was like, no, there's no way I'm leaving you here. Sorry to those of you with shaven heads and neck tattoos. I'm not leaving you here. I don't want you to get murdered. You know, I know that it doesn't happen that often in Australia, but I'm just... I'm very judgy, okay? I remember reading about Hungry Jack's versus Burger King in Australia. Apparently they're the same thing. Right? Or the drug info. Thank you. Nail art challenge. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a look at, I'm gonna judge your nails now. I'm used to Toronto and this place is weird. Fair. Neck tattoos. Did Hungry Jack's have a kids playpen? It did actually. Okay, actually, what am I doing? I'm having a look at, not Twitch, I'm looking at my Discord. I want to judge the nails now. I'm just judging the nails now. Oh shit, well those are actually good. Those are actually pretty good. Oh, actually, let me have a look. Oh, I see. We got some leakage happening on the sides there. I have very little to critique though. I have more or less very little to critique though. You've done a pretty good job. Done a pretty damn good job, I see. I see. Shaved head and full sleeves. Dude is staying in the room across the hall. It's the least weird sketch person I've seen. Stay away from that person though, okay? I feel like a mother telling you who you can and cannot date. Someone already owned a burger restaurant called Burger King in Australia before BK started opening. Oh yeah, I think that checks out. I'm pretty sure that checks out. The Royal Burgers. I don't know why they call it Hungry Jack's though. Like, so weird. They're not even very big here. McDonald's is still pretty much king here. I think McDonald's and KFC are pretty much the main contenders. Direct competitors of one another, basically. Hee hee! I'm glad you're happy. Glad you're happy. That wasn't even a roast. Makes a Bailey grumbling noise as he walks around but he doesn't say a single word. Oh, see, I don't like that. Full sleeves equals has money. You know what? I haven't actually thought about it that way. In my head, right, because I'm a basic bitch, you know, what do they call me? Clean skin. Anyway, in my head, I'm like, tattoos equals criminal. I know. Don't come at me, okay? I have stereotypical ideas in my head, okay? But it didn't even, like, I didn't even think, because it's like, now that I think about it, yeah, like, full sleeve tattoos are actually, they would be really expensive. Unless maybe they were, like, shitty prison tattoos or something like that. No, actually, I take it back. They could be prison tattoos, you know. You could have gotten them in prison. Stick and poke technique. You don't know. We just don't know these things, okay? We just don't know these things. Alright? Macca's. Especially of any quality. So many tattoos I want for money. You can just hold off looking kind of criminal-ish for like a little while, you know? It's fine. You need to check for the tattoo quality. If they're good, the person has money. Okay, that's a good point. Okay, alright. I'll have to scrutinize a bit closer. Like from the other side of the street, but a bit closer. I'm so scared of people, really. I feel like you can't even blame me for being this scared of people, but I'm just so scared of people. Just anyone who deviates from them, I'm so scared. Because my mother has just taught, like, she's like, the world is a bad place, and bad people are gonna murder you, and they're gonna rape you, and they're gonna, you know, and I'm so scared of everyone now. So, Stick and Poke tattoos got gentrified now. I did see a TikTok lately of some guy, like, going to get, like, a Stick and Poke tattoo from, like, a monk or something, and I was just like, it was nice, actually. It was like a tiger or something like that on his leg. And he said a prayer and shit, and it was like, well, you know, it all went really well. It all went really well for him. Tattoos don't equal sketch to me, but this guy was odd. Ooh. Tattoos is another form of graphic design. Yeah, sometimes. They're a form of graphic design in that I judge the shit out of them, so. I've gauged ears in a septum ring and wear death metal t-shirts most of the time. I live in the south. People already look at me like a criminal. Fair. And if it makes you feel any better, I would probably be scared and go onto the other side of the road if I saw you walking towards me. That's how bad I am. I'm going to get cancelled. 100%. I'm 100% going to get cancelled for these views one day. I'm like, you're so scary. You're so scary. Friend of mine is a stick and poke tattooer. Ooh. I've heard they're exceptionally painful. Painted a lion on my nail once. See, that's graphic design. Hashtag graphic design. Art. Artistry. Harry Potter theme right here. So you'd be the friendly looking dude at the punk bar. Like, it's so funny how people have like different perceptions of other people. You know, just like the first impressions stuff, you know? Mods, polls, who in chat has tattoos? Probably everyone. I'd be surprised if someone in chat doesn't have a tattoo. I'd be surprised. All you weirdos come congregate around me. Fundamental people are usually the nicest people you can go talk to. They'll give you the shirt off their back if you need it. I have seen people gatekeeping like baby metal though, so in the metal community, so I'm like, Posted the line when it made me see the stream's nail art tolerance already, which is okay. Let me have a look. They hurt way less than machine tattoos. Do they actually? Really? I didn't know that. Didn't realize you were so judgy. I'm extremely judgy. It's very on brand of me. It's very on brand of me. I'm very sheltered and the world is scary and I'm very judgy. Oh wow, you did a great job on your nail, Ariella. Sorry, I just had a look. I get a tattoo if only it wasn't injecting heavy metals into your body. Wait, what's that about? What's that about? Please vote in the poll. Looks super out of place in these spaces because I wear a nice top and a cardigan to go out, but I used to listen to a fair bit of metal. It's so funny because Alex looks so fucking wholesome. He's like the nicest person ever, obviously, and he loves metal as well. So, you know, I shouldn't judge.